What is up, people? Half Slab Bacon back with a Snapshot update today. So, guys, 1.11 is here, and there's some pretty cool stuff. However, there's also some things where I'm not going to be updating my world to this snapshot, and I don't think you guys should either. You should wait. Now, remember these fireworks, because they're going to come up later. So let's get to daytime here, and let's discuss the things. Why we're not going to be switching over. Oh, and by the way, check this out. I don't know when this happened. I don't remember ever reading it in the change logs, but golems in water used to do nothing, right? So they'd just get their faces wrecked. Did I say time set night again? Yeah, I did. Let's go day. Before a creeper sneaks up and blows my face up. See? Like all the ones over there, for example. Alright, so couple things, guys. One is food mechanics. They have now changed the food mechanics. So you're not like getting super hungry all the time when you're fighting. They didn't go over to the exact details of what was changed. They just said greatly reduced on some. So, little bug fixes of stuff that have been around for a while like this. They used to fall through. You see how we actually spawned on top? Or, well, they do fall through because we're in 1.10. Yeah. So, also, and a really, really old one. Let's see if we can get some glass up in here. Now, some of you might not know this, but if you look up, chickens have no neck. So remember that. We're in 110 now. And that is fixed as well. So we'll check those out. But the main one I wanted to discuss today, guys, and what we'll do is we'll have a look at it, and then we're going to go into 1.11 in the same world. So now, we all know they broke item elevators, right? Like this one over here. Pretty common thing. Most people know. They broke item elevators. So you used to be able to just kind of throw an item in here, and it would glitch into the fence posts, and it would travel up, and now they just sit at the bottom, right? Coincidentally, that's one of the things I've been looking into today. So there's no major features. Those are coming at Minecon, but they're working on a lot of bug fixes, and they have acknowledged that this, see how they're just kind of flying at rapid speed and shooting all over the place? This, they have acknowledged, is considered a bug, and they're working on fixing it. So remember that. The old way we used to do it, that brought them straight up, didn't work, and this never worked because they just go all over the place. So I actually looked, you know, once we were laid into 10.2, for some so-called fixes that actually worked, and the answer is most of them didn't. However, I found a couple that we're going to go over. This one is by a gentleman named 2Piggy, and should be able to see it in a sec. So you can see he is rapidly launching them. He's using pistons to do it. Only to correct that issue over there, we've got a water break, and then it pushes into our water stream. Now, this isn't super technical, but it does work well. However, it's laggy as snot, and I made some improvements, and we'll go over why soon. So basically what this does is it's running a pulse extender. Do not come in here, creeper. It's running a pulse extender to time the pistons separately. And what happens is this one drops, and it collects and forces the items to stack, because that's the thing. Then these go up, these block a stack, and this shoots the existing stack up. And that kind of controls the momentum to try and project them perfectly. Now, it's not totally lossless. Like in this setup, in a tall setup, it's lossless. When you make it shorter, they can still glitch out and fly everywhere. And if you go like this and take out your corners, they'll fly through the cracks. Also, another problem with this is this old school comparator clock. We've gone over this before. These are good for low volume items, but when you have high volume items, if that dropper fills up, this is gonna lock up. Whoop. Didn't know I had a block missing there. That's gonna lock up and freeze up. Also, he had no stop on this. So that laggy clock, see all the repeaters? Repeater timing, old school Redstone. That would run constantly and like you can feel the lag. So what I did was I added a switch to lock our dropper. See how that's all locked? And I added some redstone to lock the clock as well, so it's not running non-stop. Now, if I was going to use this, I would make it intelligent, so it stops when it empties out. Here's one that actually works still in 10.2. We need items, first of all. Let's grab some items so you can see. And we'll get this fired up. I thought I had this done before we started this whole shebang. Now, this one's by ilmango, and I'll put the descriptions for their videos in, guys, but they're kind of irrelevant at this point, and I'll show you why. Now, see, he's using as well, actually, I don't remember what he was using. I put a more advanced comparator clock in here, more modern, with the overflow protection, so it will run until that dropper is empty. And if you watch my series, you've of course seen me use this before. Now, he's using trapdoors, one to stop the items and keep them stacking while the other ones are passing, and they're both triggered by that pressure plate there. Let's go over to this side so you can see it. So what happens is the pressure plate, when the items go over it, emits a redstone pulse. It's very important it's wooden. It won't work properly with the others because the weight needed and the timing is different. Now, the stairs help keep the stack together before they go in, and then that trapdoor glitches them into the block, and we get that old school slow rise. Now, I was actually considering using this in our world until the Snapshot came out. So, very simple. He's just got like a multi-side comparator clock going on here with torches, so it pulses both doors at slightly different intervals, and that's why there's repeaters. Okay, enough said. It works, and because I put the more advanced clock on it, it actually shuts off when it's empty of items. Now, this is probably what we're going to end up using, or that. I'm leaning towards this. So this is two piggies redesigned. I was able to make it more compact and intelligent. We've used a hopper clock, Ethonian hopper clock, and the benefit to using one of these is they're much easier to lock, and then we've got our more advanced comparator clock up here as well, with the hoppers pulsing an item back and forth. And then what happens is when it runs out, that torch goes on and it locks that clock as well as this one. So it is intelligent. Now this, I've got it working faster than his and functional. You can see the items go up. Again, quick. You don't get that beautiful slow rise that we used to get with the old ones. But it does require a breaker, and because mine runs fast, if it's shorter, it requires a taller water stream, and it'll still glitch through glass, so I find the slime blocks best. Okay guys, we are now in 1.11, and one of the changes I should point out, we're going to go into spectator for this, and this was a problem in 1.9 it started. And basically what they've done is they've gone and updated all the mobs for this. So we should have over here, this is an old school water. See all the guys up here? Yeah, they're resistant to going in the water, is what it is. And if we ran this, in 1.10 you would find if we had husks and strays spawning in here, they would go in the water no problem. But the old mobs would still be hesitant to go in the water and would just kind of build. So that's why that farm broke. Now in 1.11 they've updated the other mods so that they don't work either. So that, outside of the bug fixes, is just kind of one of the major changes. As I said, the chicken glitch they've fixed. They have necks now. And let's, while we're here, grab one of the fence posts. And we'll use the slime just to kind of show you. See? He doesn't glitch through. Now, on to the important thing they changed. And like I said, guys, all the features are coming out at Minecon, so it's really bug fixes they're working on, and this is the important one. Now you can see we can actually use just a dropper to push items up. You see how they kind of slowly move through the blocks instead of just shooting off randomly? So that's a pretty major bug fix for us, and they keep their momentum going. Now let's have a look at ilmango's design. And I should point out, this still works, guys. But what you're gonna see that? Because of the reduced speed he used with the trapdoor to kind of keep them from going too fast in 1.9, 1.10, they still go up, it's still lossless, but you lose the visual effect. So really at that point you may as well just use a standard dropper tower. Now if this is set up right, it is going to be more lag friendly than your standard dropper tower, right? Let's just clear the system. What the heck? So that is still a major thing. But like I said, until the Snapshot came out, I was going to use this to get that cool effect. And it doesn't happen. Now, you see, we kind of got it with droppers. And using a much larger, much more intensive setup like this, based on Two Piggies design, look at that. They still don't go up as smoothly as they used to, but you know, the timing's much better that we can see them kind of run through. They look good. That's kind of the effect you were really wanting to go for. On to the problems. Okay, on to the problems. Let's go look at the problems. And this is just kind of a minor one, but do you see any fireworks? No, you do not. Little bit of a visual glitch going there. Fireworks are invisible, and you can probably tell that the frame rates are a lot laggier in this too. Every time a Redstone update occurs, I'm getting some pretty hardcore lag. The other big one, and this is the game breaker for me, guys, outside of, you know, having issues like that, is some other people have noticed game crashes from stuff like, let's see if we can repeat it. Hey dude, here, take a sword. Take a sword. I guess it would help if I put the right number in, huh? Hey! Okay, so I want him to hit me, not you. Okay, so he's there. Let's see what happens when he... And that was a crash, people. That's right. That was a full-on crash. Him hitting me with a sword instead of his fist crashed my game. Yep. Chickens. Yes. Chickens. First of all, I've noticed this isn't working properly anymore. I don't know why. The lava now seems to be burning the chicken. Like all of it. And right now I'm double shift clicking. And you notice they're just moving out one at a time. And they're kind of glitching. Yeah, so being able to move multiple stacks of items at a time is also broken in this snapshot. Apparently sending certain things like fishing rods through the nether will also cause a game crash. That pretty much sums it up for the snapshot, guys. I would say the game crashes and stuff definitely outweigh the pros. Even though there's some pretty big pros, don't update this snapshot. It just ain't worth it. I will of course continue to test them, and when a stable one comes along, I'll let you know. Till then, this half slab bacon with Snapshot signing out.